We're live.
Okay.
Ready.
Ready. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Sippin' with the Simpkins. I'm your girl, Michael, and this is my co-host.
I'm ready. What's good, folks?
Today, we are going to be talking about marriage in the middle years. Who are we now?
Marriage in the middle years.
Middle years. So we started off first chapter, the early years, how it began, parenthood, marriage,
Okay.
raising a child, how all of that evolved. And so now it's the middle years. Who are we now? So the idea is talking through rediscovering each other after 20 plus years. That's a long time considering I'm only 35.
That is a long time.
That's like more than half my life.
That's a long time. You think back to how long we've known each other. We literally grew up together, matured together, raised some kids, maturing still,
Yeah.
maturing. For sure.
Because there's always growth in that space. It's an ongoing thing. Evolving.
And here you got me talking about it.
And here you are talking about it. How about that?
How about that, folks?
He's got to get consistent, though. He's so not consistent.
You never told us how I did as a host a few episodes back. Y'all got to get in the comments and let me know.
Yeah, we're open to that. We've also gotten some phone calls. So thanks for the calls. Thanks for the advice. Thanks for letting us know. We appreciate that. We want you to like, share, and subscribe. But don't just call us, comment. Like, we want to be interactive on the channel. Ask us questions, talk to us.
Share with your networks and your friends.
I'd love for this to be interactive. I promise I will respond, although I'm not a big social media person. Are you ready?
Sure.
Today we're doing something a little different this evening. It's Christmas Eve. We're recording on Christmas Eve. We are not at home with our families, so this is
different. The building is super quiet. A lot of people, you can tell from the garage, cars are gone. People are flying here, driving there.
It's just very different. And we don't celebrate Christmas in the traditional sense necessarily, but it is nice to be with family. It feels weird not being with my mom and not seeing my nieces. I'm having a little Casamigos and limeade.
I'm drinking clear and limeade as well. Simply limeade.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
So you ready?
Sure.
Let's get to it. Question number 1. How have we changed as partners?
You go first.
He always wants me to go first. It's so funny because you're selective about the questions that you're responsive on. And then other times you want me to go first. So how have we changed as partners?
Yes.
I think we've changed in so many ways. And we talked a little bit about this before on some earlier episodes. And it's still like this in some ways, times, but I think we've become more friendly with each other. We would be around each other or be in each other's space, but it generally, especially early on, felt sort of mundane and routine, and we talked, like it was about essential stuff. Now I feel like we hang out, do stuff together. We're having conversations, playing games. We're a lot more
mature,
lighthearted about things, and enjoy each other's company more than we probably did before.
I would agree with that. Early in our marriage, you don't really explore your deep feelings, even for the person that you're married to. Like it's a lifelong journey, and you're constantly learning about that person and yourself for that matter. And when you get young like we did, you're learning a lot about yourself. Your feelings are just surface level. And I think over time, you start to understand your feelings more, your partner's feelings more.
Yeah.
And so you don't react the same way with different situations and whatnot. And things don't become big issues like they were when you're younger. You just get more mature in your relationship. And you understand what's important, what's not. You learn more about yourself, your partner. And that's the beauty of marriage. You know, that's what people strive to get to.
But do you think that it's just maturity?
I think it's maturity for sure. I mean,
For
that's a
us,
broad
than just maturing. I think there were a lot of elements that may have not allowed one or both of us to be mindful of either ourselves, like who we are, and the other person. I think some of it was like there was probably a time where we were thrusted into parenthood, getting married, and like trying to figure some of those things out. And those were very big responsibilities, big shoes to fill, and difficult at the age for which we did it. So that was one element of it. I think the other thing, though, and this is more of a question, more than just learning who you are, because we were definitely trying to learn ourselves and then also learn who each other was and what their needs and desires and just being mindful of those things. But do you ever think that there was also this component where there was a period of time where we may not have liked each other that much? Connect in that way.
If you've been in a long-term relationship, you're going to have periods you don't.
But I'm talking about like in the early years when we weren't necessarily on the same page and hanging out together, like compounded with being married and trying to figure that out, understand who you are. I think there was a period where we also probably didn't like each other that much.
I think there's always periods where you don't like your partner when you're with them for a long time. Now, that level of dislike is different from when you're younger to when you're older. It's like growing up with a sibling. Sometimes you love your sibling, but you can't stand them sometimes.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I think that some of it was that it was just a period of we just didn't connect in that way for a period of time.
Possibly. Yeah. Trying to reflect back on it. They say hindsight's 20/20. You look back and say, okay, that's what that was. I'm sure that's a possibility.
Yeah. So that it was challenging. So we've grown. Then I would say that we like each other more probably now than we did in the earlier years. I don't like each other at all during those times. There were periods where we were just totally
I don't like the word like each other. I would rather use there's things that we tolerate now that in our younger years we weren't trying to tolerate. You felt like you could change me. I felt like I could change you. It's that constant, you want the other person to be who you want them to be at that time for whatever reason. Eventually you get to a point where like, I'm going to accept you for who you are. I'm not trying to change you anymore. You're who you're going to be, right? I'm who I'm going to be. There's no change in me. You accept that. You live with people. Let them live. We say that.
I think I tried to change you because there was never, I'm not one of those people, just for the records, I'm not one of those people that think that you can change somebody. Like I've always recognized people are going to be who they are. My intent, my goal, I didn't like you because I thought that I wanted to change you. There were expectations of you that I had as a husband and a father that didn't always meet my expectations, but my intent was never to change you. It was you had a choice to make this decision or this decision as a husband and a father, or you could continue to be this person.
But then the reality of it is, fellas, back me up here, women will try to change you regardless. At the end of the day, a person feels like somebody's trying to change them, who they are or what they do. And so when you're young and you're a little immature, you take that as somebody's trying to change you. It could be for the good, it could be for the bad, but it depends on what the situation is. But overall, you feel like somebody's trying to change you. As you get older, you realize it's not important anymore. The important thing is to love somebody for who they are and not for who you see them becoming. That takes years of becoming mature about your relationship before you realize that it's no longer a concern.
But I also never felt like you tried to change me either. Like I never felt like you was like, you should do this or you should be that.
That's good.
So I don't feel like that was our friction at all. So it's just interesting, our perspectives on that. I think it was really just that we were self-discovering. And as we were growing, we started to realize or understand better about who we are and what we wanted from a partner. And I'll give you an example. You guys, I don't cook much, and he likes home-cooked meals, and I like crock pots and oven dishes. And he's like, if you're not cooking on a stove, then you're not really cooking it. And I also tend to do relatively healthy stuff, the soul food dishes and things, but
Sometimes you gotta
he's
get
not
down and
really
dirty with the
into like the
soul.
baked sweet potatoes with the ground turkey and avocado and cottage. Like that's just not his thing. But I can do that and I'll just do it on repeat. And that's just like an example of a simple dish. He also tends to say that my stuff is bland. So not really a big cook. He likes to eat. We both like to eat, but he likes a certain type of food. So that's one of the things that I think that if you could change something, you probably would want me to cook more and better type
But you're
things.
cooking healthy, so
But
healthy is what is important, I guess. But at times you just want that home cooked
some,
supper
yes,
food. It ain't healthy,
yeah.
it's
I'm not tossing
you
some
know.
chicken and some flour because I'm like, one, it's messy, two, flour, like horrible
Yeah, yeah.
in grease. Like, that's just not my thing. I'll go out from time to time and have a chicken
So I
wing.
go to a restaurant and get it the way I
Yes.
want.
But I never felt like you tried to change that about me. Like, I think if you could, you probably would, but you was always
I
sort of
dropped a few hints though.
accepting of
I
that.
bought a couple
Yeah, he
cookbooks.
would bring home some cookbooks from time to time. It's like buying somebody a vacuum cleaner for
Yeah,
their birthday or something.
that's
Like a
funny.
cookbook, really? I'm like, are you going to use that? He's
Mhm.
not opened it once. So yeah, but it's interesting your perspective. What keeps us connected when life feels routine? I think this is a good one.
What keeps us connected when life feels routine? I think mentally knowing that you got my back is what keeps me. I mean, I'm just speaking for me, right? So you believe in what I'm doing from a profession standpoint. You believe in what I want to accomplish from a health perspective. The world is already going to be against you as a black man. To have somebody in your corner has your back. I
I
feel like you
appreciate you
got my
saying
back.
thank you. I appreciate that. Guys, he
See?
doesn't say that to me much. Wow.
See?
So what keeps us connected when life feels routine a lot? I have to admit, we are pretty, especially me and my schedule, and since I've moved here, well, I think for a long time, it's been pretty routine. What keeps us connected or how we try and get reconnected when, it's feeling disconnected or routine is, again, we do hang out, we go out together and try to have fun. And I appreciate those moments because you spend a lot of time doing other things, whether it's sitting in front of the TV on Tuesday night or Monday night, Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday night, Saturday, all of the
Sunday.
football.
Fellas, you hear this? I got a program. It's the football schedule.
It's so ridiculous. Ladies, do you have to, on Saturdays, time around when a football game is going to come on? Because if something's coming on, it has to happen either before the Steelers come on or after the Steelers
Or
come
Ohio
on.
State.
Ohio State. Ohio
Hey,
State is Saturday. Sundays or Thursdays.
I might not come
Yes.
to your wedding if you have it on an O State
Yes,
Saturday.
it's so ridiculous. Or if
I'm
we're
sorry.
out, he's like, can you drive? He has to turn it on his phone. If we're out somewhere, he puts it on. I just can't even believe it. Like we work our lives around. And that's about the only thing that he works his life around, which is sometimes very frustrating. And that to me feels disconnected when you do that because I don't feel like I'm prioritized in that way.
I understand.
Do you?
No, I mean, I get where you might feel that way.
Yeah. So it's very frustrating, but I've adapted. I don't complain much. Okay. I won't say never. But I might bitch a little bit, like, are you kidding me? It's just whatever. So I think that's what keeps us connected, is just trying to hang out, doing fun things together. For me, it's also talking and feeling like I can communicate with you, share things with you, which I know you don't like very much. He doesn't like the expression of feelings. If it's contrary to what he thinks or he feels, he doesn't really want to hear it. But the connection for me is the ability to be able to openly and freely say what I'm feeling without it being like a backhand to you or a slight to you, because it's not my intent. My intent is to put it in the forefront. Let's address it and move on.
So you would agree that I've become a better listener?
It depends on the subject at hand.
Okay.
Yeah. What does love look like for us now versus then?
I feel like love for us now, it's more I don't know how to explain it. It's more in your feelings. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't very much into my feelings younger. Like I didn't think about it. I didn't really care about it. And it was hard for me to accept your feelings because you're being expressive and sharing your feelings. And this is what I feel like. And I wasn't trying to hear that. When you're young, I wasn't trying to hear that. As you get older, you learn to love people. You start to listen to people's feelings, and I'm listening to your feelings and what you're telling me, and I'm learning. I think that's love when you decide, you know what, I care about your feelings, like truly care about your feelings and not just saying it. When you're young, you're like, no, I care about your feelings, but you, like, well,
Yeah.
what are my feelings? You know what I
I
mean?
think that explains a lot.
You know, you care about
Yes.
somebody's feelings genuinely, the love changes.
Do you think
It's
it was
growth.
time or something else that made you start to be in tune with that, or that made you feel like you loved me? Do you think it happened over time, or was there something that happened that started to make you like
No,
get in tune with that?
It happens over time.
Mindful, because I can remember early on. When I say early on, I really mean the first 10 to maybe 15 years. Well, I would say 5 to 10 years probably. But I remember saying to you, "Are you in love with me?" And your response to me, do you remember what your response was?
No way, I don't remember. I ain't gonna even act like I do.
But you just explained it because you were like, I just wasn't emotionally, I didn't even think about it. Like that wasn't something that you thought about.
Yeah, yeah.
So it explains it. But his response to me was, I don't know, I've never been in love. And I was like, wow, that speaks volumes for some of your actions, some of your interactions with me. But then now, after 20 years, you're saying that's just not something that I was ever even thinking about or in tune with, which is so bizarre. How do you decide that I'm going to marry somebody that I'm not really consciously thinking like, I love this woman, and that didn't come until later?
Yeah, that's a different discussion, but I feel like you can make that conscious decision. I love this person enough to spend the rest of my life with them and learn more. Like I want to invest more of my feelings, my time into the future. Like you can consciously make that decision whether you feel emotionally there or not. It's still a good decision to make. And
You've maintained that
yeah,
from the
like
beginning.
to be honest with yourself, I'm not saying I'm a perfect person or there's no fairy tale wedding or fairy tale situation of what a person should feel like. That's probably why people wait so long, even when they live with somebody and they've been together 30 years and got married. That could be part of that. You know what I mean? But everybody's growth is different. I feel like you have to understand where your feelings are. So I can make a conscious decision like, you know what? I love her enough to get married to her and I want to see where this goes. And we need to start building it now. And then you see where it comes. We're 24 years down the line and it was like, okay, so that was the right move. It was a good feeling. Yeah. And I moved forward on that feeling.
It's raising another thought for me though, is like the love things. You're right, you made a conscious decision and that's fair. Like this is, I love her enough to explore this and see where this goes. Yes, so that's fair. As opposed to many people, and including myself, if I'm being honest, wants that feeling like then. Like I want those fairy tale feelings of being in love, head over heels, somebody who's crazy about me.
I don't think that's reality. I mean, if I'm wrong,
I always
folks,
wanted that. Like, is that like this love versus commitment in marriage? Because a lot of people are getting divorced, right? Because they're like, we're not in love anymore.
What happened
like,
to the fairy tale?
We've grown apart. Exactly. That fairy, and so then it's like, are you always going to love somebody in that way, or is it a commitment that you care about this person, you've built this much with this person, so you're going to be committed to the marriage and to that partnership? Or do you need to have those feelings? And I think it's the latter, because the love can come and go. Like the falling in love, like I don't even know what that means. You know, like sometimes you can be like, you know, and others
feeling like you're in love with somebody, next minute you hate them, you're gonna cuss them out. Emotions change.
Emotions change
all the time.
Feelings,
you know what I mean? It happens all the time.
Then it becomes like, are you just committed to this relationship?
Another thing you got to think about is, do you care about this person enough to let them work through their personal whatever it is? If I'm not very much an emotional person and you recognize that early on, are you going to have the patience to wait until my walls are broken down and I'm actually tapping into my feelings and being the person that you wanted me to be 15 years ago.
Stalling out.
That's what it comes down to, how you feel about a person. We're in this right now society that we want instant gratification. Nothing worth having comes without work. You got to put in the work over time, not just in the immediate. When you say you're fully invested in love with somebody and you're married 20 plus years, you built that love over a series of incidents, conversations, whatever it is, over time, so that you built that. It's built. It's not something that's just given, it's earned.
But once it's built, does it stay the same? I feel
you got to work at it.
Is it a continuous work? I have these discussions with my friend and my cousin. Should, after so long, a relationship be effortless? Certain things should just not be complicated anymore. If you're still dealing with any or some of the things that you were dealing with early on, like, to me, that's not evolving.
Your
and that's
relationship
not
should
growth.
evolve. It should evolve.
Yeah, like, you
For
should
sure.
not still be the things that you were doing in your 20s and 30s. If you've not grown from those things,
I
we
can't
shouldn't be.
go close the club down at.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Similarly. So he's similarly, yes. Like, we shouldn't be still having those same conversations. To me, you're not hearing me. You're disrespectful. There's so many things. Like, it
Yeah. You got to
yeah.
gauge whether your relationship is maturing or not. Like,
Yeah.
that's a whole different discussion. What are some signs? How do you gauge it?
Effortless. How much work should you have to put in after
All
so
the time.
long? To
Like,
me, as time goes on, it should get easier and easier. It shouldn't get more complicated.
Easier
There's things
is
that may
subjective,
come
though.
up.
Easier is subjective. I would say you definitely got to constantly put in work. You know, have to, and I hear people all the time say, you got to continue dating, even though you're married. You got to set a time, like date night Fridays, different stuff like that, so that you're still working at your relationship. I don't think you get to a point where it's like, okay, I'm not going to do anything else. Like, it's good. I got her now. Like, it's game over. That's not true. You still have to court, you know.
I'm
Take
trying
time
to, like,
aside.
look cute for you and stuff, but you be acting like you do not look at me.
That's not true, man.
I'm like, am I here? Hello.
So you still have to do those things, man.
Yes, this is true.
It's a relationship. If it didn't require continuous work, it would be called something else and not a relationship. Just my 2 cents.
I want it to get easier. It shouldn't be as difficult.
It's not gonna be,
relationships are hard.
Would you be at a job for 20 years and still not work? They're not going to continue to pay you if you're not producing and you're not working. You don't get paid for free. We're not spending our time together for free. We're still working and improving our relationship and our communication and our whatever. Like, it's still work. You're still working on it. You can't just say this is the end goal, because there's always something you can learn. There's always
yes,
you could tap into, like,
no doubt,
a higher self, you know, if you're working out or whatever, spiritual journey you on, but you can always tap into that next level relationship.
For sure.
So
not saying that. I'm just saying that you shouldn't be dealing with the same things that you were dealing with.
Yeah, I agree.
If you come across a situation you've overcome, you should overcome that situation. We shouldn't be still dealing with talking about 5, 10, 15 years, the same issues.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You work through those issues, you move on, you don't look back. It shouldn't be still an issue.
Right.
From my perspective.
Right. I agree.
Yeah. So anyway, that's it. How you feel?
I'm feeling good.
Good.
It's Christmas Eve.
It just doesn't feel that way.
It's Christmas Eve. Ain't even no snow outside, people.
No snow. It's about 41, 45 degrees, which I'm okay with.
I'm good with that too.
I wish my mom would have come here. If my mom would be here, I'd feel so much
better.
better.
Folks, we need people to come visit us. Family, where y'all at? Come visit us. Moms, pops, cousins. Somebody come. There's a lot to do in Wisconsin. You got Summerfest, big music festival. Look it up. You got the lake, boat rides, water stuff. There's a beach. It's a big theater community. So there's always different plays. Matter of fact, the Michael Jackson play is coming up what is that, March?
Oh, I'm looking
forward
to
The Wiz. The Wiz is going to be here. We got to go see that. There's stuff to do, right? A little less in the winter because people are hibernating, although it's nice outside.
No, these people don't hibernate. They are out. These people don't mind it. It would be 20, 30 degrees and you see them with shorts. They're at the bars.
Get out there.
The rooftops.
Nonetheless, listen, shoot us a text. Let's get some company here.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of Sipping with the Simpkins. Get with us next week. Again, like, subscribe, and share, and talk to us. Interact. I want to hear from you.
Now, can we go to sit at somebody's restaurant?
Oh, whose restaurant you won't sit at?
Somebody's.
How do you turn this off?